What's going on, gamers? Yeah, that's right. It's going to be another Xbox video, but it's going to be more about solidifying what I've been talking about and staying in reality. Now, there's going to be some people that are going to be provoked by that title. And I'm still laughing at some of these clowns that keep on coming to my page talking about Dreamcast Guy 2.0 because I'm telling them the truth. And they really cannot handle it, that I'm just tearing down the fake fantasy that they keep trying to project. But I'm like, if you want to project something, at least project it with results that are actually really good. Now, if you want to hype up Forza and get crunk on that, sure, go ahead and do that. But I'm going to tell you, like I told you before, Xbox was finished when Halo went to PlayStation and that guy put on that t-shirt. That was the most disrespectful event historically because that was your final event for Halo. It's like, do you know what that means? That's like Mario going to PlayStation and Mario's going to be selling more in PlayStation. And it somehow is dying on Nintendo. Like, it's weird just thinking that, you know what I mean? Or someone losing their mascots and putting that over there. It's like, oh man, the moment you see that, it's over. And then we got right here, Halo on PlayStation 5 has officially arrived on GameStop shelves. It's like, this is what you're seeing. Your biggest growth historically, what made Xbox's identity, where Halo 1 split screen was so good, you had to get a mod on PC to play Halo 1 multiplayer online because it was so addicting and it was so good. It just was just legendary. Then Halo 2 just took the world from multiplayer and voice chat, right? Like all of that you built up. Now when you think about it, it's right there on Sony's shelf with no multiplayer. I don't care what you tell me historically, whatever. This is the biggest mistake recently that Microsoft has made, to shortcut this game and put it on somebody else's platform. Not only just doing that, but not having multiplayer. I just don't understand. Like, when you just think about what Halo is, it's not campaign, it's multiplayer. Not to say that the campaigns aren't amazing. Firefights are cool, all that, you know what I mean? But it's more like, how could you not do that? Why would you pass up millions and millions of cells? Do you know how many cells that would get you? I feel like this is weaker than the Gears remaster coming to PlayStation. And I thought that was pretty solid, right? But what I mean by that is, at least that has multiplayer. So it can have some longevity. This has no multiplayer. And it was a perfect opportunity for a game like this. Like, they didn't even bring over the Master Chief Collection. It's like, you want PlayStation to taste Halo, but you don't want them to taste the greatness that will last a long time, and that is the multiplayer. It's absolutely stupid, man. Like, I'm never going to be able to be convinced that this is a good idea when it could have been so much more significant. And then you could have had that coming to Switch 2 as well. And then you have Halo again live with multiplayer worlds up 24/7. Halo 2 coming. Now you got your taste of Halo 1 for the first year, Halo 2 multiplayer the next year, Halo 3 multiplayer, you know what I mean? Or a year and a half, whatever. And you could have had up all those communities with the Master Chief Collection plus the next one coming. But it seems like you're afraid of that. And you did not get the multiplayer assets to try to redesign. You did the laziest method ever and sugarcoated it with Unreal Engine 5, and it's just over. So yeah, guys, here's the thing. Xbox was finished to me completely, though it was kind of over with before. The moment Halo went to PlayStation, that was the last straw, because that was like something people never thought was going to happen. And the way you did it too was completely wrong. And like I said in the title, not only did you go to PlayStation, but you went there with no multiplayer. It's like biggest mess up ever. And this is what I mean by, like, you have the opportunity to actually be a powerful publisher. Like, if you would have done this correct. Sprinting in Halo 1 multiplayer. And having sprinting modifiers, sprinting gameless, and stuff saying classic, no sprinting. Like, what is it? You know, what's so hard about that? I think anyone thought the same thing, right? But no, they didn't do it. So yeah, biggest embarrassment to me lately is that right there. Liza P, though this guy's the PlayStation guy, he likes it. Somewhere someone is saying this about Halo 2. I might buy Xbox in order to play Forza Horizon 6. It's coming out on PlayStation 5. Really? Yeah, in the fall. Awesome. Now I don't have a need for Xbox. And a lot of people are going to think this because it's like, okay, so why would I go spend all that money when I can have it all on PlayStation or play it on a PS5 Pro with PSSR 2 and play it at higher settings? What's the point then? Like, when you look at that console, if you don't care about subscriptions, where you don't want to rent a game. You really want to play the game and finish it whenever you want, and I have to worry about a subscription date. Where it's like, oh, if I'm only getting it for one game, which I think a sub should be, a lot of games you probably want to play. I'll use them when I need them, but I will never keep it up. Like, I'm just sitting there giving you an extra $20-$25 a month and I'm not playing anything, and then I sit there with 3 idle months. I could have bought myself a brand new game. Or I got it for this one game and then I'm paid for 2 or 3 months of that sub, and it's like, dude, no, I should have just went and bought the game and waited for it to go on sale. You know what I mean? I think that's the problem that Microsoft is facing right now with Game Pass when you start going past the $20 range. And the price right now is not too bad for what they offer. But yeah, going to the 30, it's like 2 months is 60 plus tax. You're in a $65 range damn near, maybe a little bit more. And if you look up at sales, it's like, oh, I could have got 3-4 games on sale and I can wait it out. Just saying. So yeah, Halo to me, it's like they keep on embarrassing it more. Halo 5 was an embarrassment. Halo Infinite immediately started off as an embarrassment. You messed up the beginning of your generation because you didn't have it ready. Then you had to go back and like delay it for a year. I loved the campaign. I thought that was cool. And then, like, no matter what, you didn't launch it complete. Halo 3 was launched complete. Bungie knew what they were doing. Halo 2 was launched complete. Halo 1 was launched complete. Halo 4 was launched complete. ODST was what it was to the side. But the moment 343 got it, this is when you realize, like, what are you doing, right? Master Chief Collection, you just living off of Bungie's legacy. But that's okay. You did it, and look how excellent that was. Then you take Halo 1, and it's like, I don't even think it's just them. It's them and the publishing of Microsoft together. Like, you okay that, like, it's cool. Let's just make the free profit and take this legacy and just make it a sugar-coated campaign with a sprint on an Unreal Engine 5 and just put on a PlayStation t-shirt and let's make 1, 2, and 3 like this. And it's like, wow. Then when you look at what Square Enix is doing with Final Fantasy VII, absolutely legendary. When you look at other next-gen remakes of games that really were legendary back in the days, they literally take it very serious. Halo is probably the worst example of how to take something that literally was rolling the world and that was very epic and just literally just give you AI slop with no multiplayer. It's embarrassing to me. So that's my thing. It's like, what does Microsoft have? And I want you to think about this, where I was telling people about exclusives that's going to be coming out after the launches of the games this year. Forza, what's going to be the next Forza? Do you know how long that's going to take? Quite some time, 3-4 years maybe. Halo, the next Gears of War, State of Decay, and Fable. And when you think about it, all those games are coming to PlayStation 5. This is where I was trying to tell the Xbox base. What are they going to have that's going to be able to be more powerful than that? Next year, you get your typical Call of Duty that has to come to PlayStation 2. That's going to be able to say, I can actually start thinking about exclusives. If you weren't going to do it now, you're there is no doing it. And your best bet was to have the Halo Combat Evolved be a next-gen remake with multiplayer exclusive on Xbox. And said 2 is going to get it, 3 is going to get it. Then you have a powerhouse of 3 shooters. If you thought that you wanted to play that game, because I see people saying, please make Halo exclusive. What is that going to do? It's not going to move consoles. Nobody's going to care. It's going to go right on Game Pass. With the consoles being the same price, how? With this market being the same insanity that it's being, where Sony has to jack the price up of their consoles like that, Nintendo has to do it, Steam Machine is in the corner. You really think Microsoft's going to subsidize and give you a deal? I don't know. I haven't seen it. They haven't said anything about dropping the price of that hardware, which they need to do by minimum of $100. And I mean a permanent $100 slash off. Why would you not be cheaper than PlayStation? You don't have a choice. What do you have? Game Pass? That's on PC. And you put it on mobile. That's the only thing you have. You see what I mean? Other than that, it's like, if everybody's already beaten all those games, though, what is the point? Because the buffet at one point where it's like, okay, well, I cleared all this. Now I got to sit here and wait on something. Oh, but I want to buy Forza. So after that, I want to have that on PS5 Pro. What am I thinking about Game Pass? It's always this temporary thing. You don't have the content that a Netflix has. Netflix consistently drops insane content nonstop. They have so much, you're overwhelmed. It does not feel like that on Game Pass once you've cleared all of it and you've played all of those games. And then like when you condition people like that, and then you think about like what you have coming, you're not thinking in the Xbox world sales. That's why you have to have PlayStation and you have to have Steam and Nintendo, because you can't think about your console that cannot sell the Switch 1 that is going to be able to support you if you were thinking about exclusives. No matter where you go and no matter what you read and what you say, these allegations are going to be very tough to beat. So that's why I say that when you lost Halo and then give it multiplayer and gave it to PlayStation, I really don't know what foundation you have except probably Gears, but that's going to have to be like a 90 meta, high 80 meta. Like it's just blowing people's minds. But guess what though? You can't keep it on Xbox. You're going to have to put that on PC and PlayStation. You already admitted that by putting the other Gears on PlayStation to get people ready of a taste of Gears of War. And I want that game to be amazing. But once again, that's going to have to be very strong worldwide publishing, like a Battlefield, like a Call of Duty launch. That's what you need, because that's what you have to do. It's not the 360 era. So after you launch that, that's what I'm trying to tell people. Why did you think exclusives were ever anything realistic? Halo was the biggest sign. And Gears was nowhere near ever being as big as Halo at its peak. Though Gears was big to a certain extent, but Halo was still bigger. And everybody knew this. And Gears went to PC. They tried it. You know what I mean? Halo 5 was an embarrassment. But I'm saying after that, it's like, okay, I'm kind of trying to think how you would ever move hardware again. And have you ever heard anybody tell you don't go buy my hardware when I launch it? I still thought that was the most weirdest thing ever. Like, oh, you don't have to go get one. You ever seen Sony say you don't have to buy a PlayStation? Or Nintendo say that? Or Apple, you don't have to get an iPhone? Go get something. Hey, like, there's things that I've seen in this world, and I don't know if you guys have forgotten this. It's like things where I've seen in this world where I'm like, what are you doing? And they just can't do anything right. And you still have not heard anything. Yeah, you know what? You guys may be right. I think we should add multiplayer to Halo. Doesn't seem like they want to do it. Why would you not do that? Guys, leave a comment and tell me you don't believe that if Halo 1 had multiplayer, it would not sell millions of more copies on PlayStation, at least sell an extra 1.5 million or 2 on Xbox, and sell millions on PC. And it would be lighting up. Why would you not do it? I still can't think why they think this is okay. If they want to be a strong third-party publisher even then. Or if you thought about exclusives, no way, there's not beating this allegations. Because like I said, you could have had a longevity with that. That game could have potentially sold 7 million, 8 million. 2, 3, same thing. But they want to take the garbage route. This is why I just don't have any hope for these morons over there in that world. Because they're just slow. And it's like, what? If it was me, I would have went up in there if I was Asha. And I would have said, but didn't Halo multiplayer like blow up? We need to do a presentation in the summer, Xbox Showcase, and advertise Halo, and then do like that boom, 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 multiplayer coming soon. You see what I mean? Something like that. And everybody just goes crazy. Like, I gave you an idea. I've said this before. If you do that as a free update coming, then you have something to add on. And I'm telling you right now, those pre-orders are going to go through the roof. Do it again with 2. Do it again with 3. If you do that, you're going to be fine. What are you afraid of? It seems like this next Halo that's coming out, that's going to be probably a free-to-play Halo multiplayer with a whole bunch of microtransactions. They're scared that would just... So what, though? It's still your game and your publishing. Who cares? I'm telling you, otherwise, why? You know what I mean? Why are you not doing it? That's the reason why, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Once again, enjoy the thumbnail. Later.